bit weird that it would pause it for, like, at the interim like that.
That is very weird.
No, I suppose the game can handle it however it wants. 3 big fucking frogs. Ah, ah, ah.
Now it's 1 bullfrog. Ah, ah, ah. Ouch.
Perish. Froggy. I'm gonna send you back to Big the Cat, you fucker.
Big the cat!
Stargo learned
Sonic
ice. Good.
Now I've reminded myself of the Sonic IDW comics and the fucking terrifying trip that was the Metal Virus arc.
Oh.
It's like, hey, how do you want a, like, how do you... how would you like a zombie apocalypse but framed in such a way that it's perfectly fine to put in a kid's comic?
I mean,
Complete
considering
with,
how...
like, complete with all of the fucked up zombie apocalypse tropes that come with it.
I mean, with already how fucked the Sonic Sat AM was, doesn't surprise me.
Like, I swear, every like,
God damn it.
I watched this guy called Game Apologist. He's fantastic. You should look him up. But like, I watched him do a speed reading of the Metal Virus arc, and every other thing that happened, I was like, I didn't know they were allowed to do that. Because it's like, the concept is already quite harrowing, but then you have things like, like Cream having to get dragged away from her mother as Vanilla gets swarmed by zombie robots. And it's kind of like, oh, they actually framed it like the Walking Dead. Again, I didn't know they were allowed to do that.
Trauma!
It's like every gut punch and every oh no. Like Whisper's reaction to Tangle getting infected and just going absolutely fucking tonto, and I'm just like, oh, good. An emotional breakdown.
Hello, Ivory the Bashful.
Oh, hi.
That's a name I haven't heard in a while.
Apparently it has been a time for a lot of us. I know it's been a really long time since I've been, like, in one of these for, like, a lot of it. Being a person gets hard every so often, so I kind of just have to be somewhere else for a time.
I feel that mood.
Yeah.
God damn it, not again. I swear that these blit combos are a gamble.
Ivory is astonished that you have remembered them, apparently.
You were one of my patrons a while back.
Oh.
I've been watching clips, or at least the opening to Tarzan, and the music still holds up so beautifully well.
Well, now you just have everybody waste their fucking moves. Thanks, Bullfrog.
Phil Collins didn't need to go hard on that soundtrack, and yet he did.
And people still bitched about it because of how distracted it is.
Or how apparently they don't like Phil Collins, because it was very easy to hate Phil Collins in the 80s and 90s.
What did people hate about him?
Well, like, okay, from what I've read, the reason why he was so hated was because it was an overabundance of popularity. Phil Collins was, like, the biggest thing. Yeah, he was overly saturated. He was the biggest artist in the 80s and the 90s, so people got really tired of seeing him everywhere.
So, what does that say for Maroon 5 or other musicians that got an extreme amount of attention?
I mean, essentially the exact same thing. They got a lot of hate, too, because they were popular. But I think it just really depends on how overly super popular a person is. Because Phil Collins was very big at that time period. Remember, this guy used to be the drummer for Genesis. when they start to go more for a prog pop and into a full pop era direction.
I've never understood that about people. I do want to preface this by saying I know what it's like to be annoyed by something I'm always hearing about,
like this,
you know,
love
like
by what is it, Maroon 5?
Well, no, I mean more in terms of like, you know, like I'll go into my YouTube subscriptions, it's like, oh good, everybody's playing
serious?
Deltarune. And it's like,
Oh.
I literally just revived all the health and Realm immediately got taken down.
oh shit. Man.
As you were saying, Logic?
Yeah. Yeah, but fucking, but yeah, I do also want to clarify, I don't dislike Undertale or Deltarune, I just think the fandom is garbage.
Exhausting, basically.
Yeah.
They managed to ruin it for Jacksepticeye because they're so incessant and get so fucking baby mad if you don't do it exactly the way they want.
Yeah, that's why I never.
Yeah.
That's why I never bothered to stream Undertale, because you have to do the pacifist route or do this route or something.
When, you know, the point of Undertale is that you're supposed to experience the game the way you want to. When you do get to the point where you're like, okay, I'm at the midpoint of the game, then I can decide if I want to do pacifist or, you know, do something else with it. That's how the game works.
And it's like, you know, it's one thing to have someone backseat to help you out in the game. It's another thing entirely to have someone try and railroad you into the ending they want to see you get, because that kind of removes all of the enjoyment of getting it yourself. Like, or am I crazy or something?
No, it's something like a case to that. I mean, remember the exact same thing happened with Markiplier. Mark was willing to play Undertale, but because of how he didn't do it a certain way, the fan base got on his case about it, and Mark just decided to cancel his Undertale Let's Play. And the next time he did play it, it was more like him just treating it like a chore than anything else.
Yeah. And
which is, again, sad, considering that I think, regardless, he would have chosen
Jesus
Pacifist
Christ!
Anyway, because it's Mark. I don't really ever think... I mean, this guy literally replayed the entirety of Until Dawn because he wanted the character to get a happy end. I'm pretty much sure he would have done the exact same thing for Undertale.
Yeah. But yeah, like, people getting pissy about stupid shit actually circles back to, like, the thing I made, like, tangentially, like, veered off of, which was, like, while I understand being annoyed by something that I think is oversaturated, I'll never understand going out of my way to get pissy about it and then, like, just start raving about it. Like, you know, I'll talk about how annoying Undertale's fandom is, but I'll never say, oh, fucking Deltarune is garbage, because everybody... He keeps talking about Deltarune. It's like, no, if everybody's talking about Deltarune, that must mean it's good, or they wouldn't be talking about it. It's like this weird thing that some people need to do where, like, they just stand there indignant, getting fucking baby mad because, like, somebody likes something, and I'm just like, grow up, get bent, and get over yourself, okay? It's like, you're not impressing anyone by being a contrarian. If you don't like it, find something you do like and shut the fuck up like the rest of us.
Yeah.
It's like, there's too little time in life to waste it fucking pissing yourself over fuck all.
It's similar to how I feel with, like, the metal community throwing a fit every single time people are like, oh, well, you know, metal is changing. And they're like, oh, how is it changing? Because Sleep Token's popular. Oh, I don't like Sleep Token. This is not the face of metal music. Metal music is dying. Like, are you really making a big deal about a band whose entire shtick is that they're anonymous and they have an R&B-like singer? Grow the fuck up. Don't fucking hate the band for being popular.
They like to be stuck in their old ways.
Yeah. And also, like, getting mad about change makes no sense to me. Like, being anxious about change makes sense to me. But getting angry that something is changing is strange to me, specifically because change kinda can't not happen.
It happens, yeah. It's inevitable.
Like, it's like, sure as the sunrise itself. It's fucking. Because, like, you know, I understand not having something the way it was before kind of sucks, but, like, don't we have, like, 101 different ways to like, you know, see those old things? Like, watch it on the TV, play a YouTube video, go on Spotify or whatever. There's, like, a million different ways to consume the thing you like exactly the way it was from the time it came from, and the best part is you don't have to inconvenience the people enjoying the new shit with your incessant need to bitch about it. It costs exactly nothing to shut up and enjoy the things that you liked because they're still there. No one's taking them from you. It's like, old metal is still there. Like, I could probably go and find it right now. Fucking Dev, name a metal song you like.
Master of Puppets.
Go search it up on YouTube right now.
Alright, let me see.
Let's see how long it takes him.
Master of Puppets.
Just putting him on the...
Master of Puppets Remastered. There is the lyric version of it. There's the moment from Stranger Things when Eddie's playing Master of Puppets.
So how long did that take you? Just now.
Probably like just a couple seconds.
7 seconds. It's like, metal isn't the way it used to be. Like, you can go and find metal the way it used to be in 7 fucking seconds. What are we bitching about? Come on, man. It's like the easiest thing on the fucking planet because we just watched it done in 7 seconds. Like, again, like fucking. It's like, the thing about time is, the more you take, the less you have, so why take it being a bitch?
Because they need to complain. It kind of reminds me of, like, someone who was in the server I'm in, who literally threw a temper tantrum every single time we mentioned Undertale. Because their justification was, I don't like Undertale because my friends forced me to play the game. And I didn't like it, so I have to get triggered every time someone mentions Undertale.
I feel like if I was a less evolved individual, I would just find a bunch of Undertale soundboard sounds and start playing them.
What's funny is that my friends tried to, like, my friend TJ and Bree tried to be reasonable with them, but they refused to listen. So TJ just told them, "All right, fuck you," and banned them from the server.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it pissed them off even more, considering that they're fans of Undertale, and in fact, TJ was the one who bought me Undertale and gave it to me as a Steam gift. So, yeah.
It's like good words to live by. Don't wrestle with a pig in the mud because you're gonna get dirty and the pig's gonna like it.
Yeah.
Otherwise known as don't waste your time arguing with an idiot. You'll just make yourself angry and they won't get it.
And if they don't like it, then if you don't like it, then fine. Don't fucking ruin it for people. It's like, I don't care much for Pokemon, but I ain't gonna sit there and be like, oh, why are you people talking about Pokemon? It's so awful.
Yeah. I'm a weird Pokemon fan. I can never be normal about anything. I'll never escape this hell, and neither will any of you. But like, I like Pokemon Mystery Dungeons more than I like mainline Pokemon, and more specifically, I like Pokemon Mystery Dungeons Explorers of Sky. Because despite the fact that it's a simple story, maybe there are some plot holes, maybe it's not the best story Pokemon has ever produced, but I like it.
I like the idea of Pokemon Mystery Dungeons simply because you turn into a Pokemon. It's like, that's an interesting concept, and it's kind of sad that Pokemon really never explored that direction.
Yeah, like Pokemon Mystery Dungeon ROM hacks are interesting to me because of the idea of having your own little Pokemon story that isn't about some 10-year-old with no adult supervision going out into the world and fighting cosmic gods. Now it's kind of just like, hey, either you're a human turned into a Pokemon, or you're just a Pokemon in this world doing your own thing, and maybe stuff happens, but otherwise you're kind of just going on adventures in these dungeons. Maybe you're helping people, maybe you're beating up bad guys, maybe you're finding an item someone's lost. And it's just like, some of the stuff I've seen is kind of like, you know, there's intrigue, because it's like, the characters are the Pokemon. Like, the Pokemon are more than just, like, the things you beat up your opponent with.
Yeah, and that's unique. I mean, one good example of a community that's still continuing, oddly enough, despite the fact that the games are no longer a thing, is Mega Man Battle Network. There are people who are working on mods for the game, and they're actually trying to do, like, online connectivity, like it would be for, like, the original games. There is a mod someone did where they're like, you know what I want to do? I want to have Goofy be a fucking net navvy, or I want Luigi to be a net navvy, which is just... I can't hate that. That's so stupid, but it's so fucking funny.
That's pretty
Luigi
random.
See Luigi in a Mega Man Battle Network game.
Yeah.
Especially considering that the Mega Man Battle Network plots are so stupid and so dumb when you really look at it. The fact that, like, everything in the world is connected to the internet, and yet the only way to ever protect it is getting a bunch of 10-year-olds to fight off, essentially digital gods and digital demons.
Yeah. It's... obviously, one of the things that gives me a soft spot for, like, Explorers of Sky, which is just the blanket term I use for those three games, Time, Darkness, and Sky, because Sky is just a more complete version of both of them.
Okay.
Like, I have a soft spot for it because it's like, it's one of the first games I ever completed growing up, and it was also the first game that hurt me emotionally, but in a good way. Because, like, you guys know how Explorers of Sky ends, right? Like, the end of its main story?
Doesn't the main character get erased?
Yeah, it's like, so the overarching plot of the, like, main story before, like, the post-game stuff is that, like, time is slowing to a halt because of something to do with the time gears and the temporal tower and the element. And near the end of the game, you're told that, oh, by the way, because you're from the future, if you change how things play out, the future that led to your existence won't exist anymore, and thusly, you won't be a thing. So functionally, you die if you win. So then you go and you win. And I remember when I was first watching it, I was watching them descend Temporal Tower on their way back home, and like the main character's thought bubbles, and it's just like, okay, it hasn't happened yet. When's it gonna happen? And then I see the dialogue box talking about how strange they feel. I'm just like, oh.
Oh.
And then they start moving and start glowing, and then they start speaking, not in thought bubbles, but in plain text to the partner, and then don't ever forget, one of my favorite video game soundtrack songs of all time, Don't Ever Forget, starts playing.
Oh.
And I will never forget what that did to the little 6-year-old I once was.